So we stayed at Liv Retreats Woodlakes Park in Kings Lynn, Norfolk. I chose this park because of many features. One, it allows dogs on the park. Two, it had enchanted woodlands where I thought I could take my dog for a walk. It had a petting zoo, which I was quite excited about going to, and it looked beautiful. So this is the entrance, and as you can see, it looked beautiful. However, we were soon to be disappointed. So keep watching this video and I'm going to tell you what to look out for before deciding to book here. Now, I came across this swimming pool. I am not sure whether this was put up to be taken down or they're putting it up to get it ready for a couple of weeks' time. I don't know, and a lot of the site was pretty much like this. It would have been a fantastic idea to have this, especially with hot weather, but no idea. So this is the entrance. There were loads of different options to stay, different cabins. This is one of the beautiful lakes with the ugliest mermaid I've ever seen in my life. But these lakes are beautiful, just a shame it's used to fishing because I'm against fishing. Now, I'll tell you about this. This looked lovely, this Woodland kitchen bar, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. This was so disappointing for me personally, but I'll go into that more. So it's quite a big area there, big restaurant. So this was round the back. Now, this is the start to the Enchanted Forest, which I was so excited about visiting, but we found out it was closed until I don't know when, but we weren't told of this when we booked or informed after we booked. So all this area and the petting zoo was shut. Two of the reasons I'd actually booked this park to go to, because I wanted to see all this, and as you can see, it was shut. You could see some of the animals are in pens behind there. So disappointed and angry. And on to my next moan. I'd also booked a sauna jacuzzi lodge. I wanted the hot tub, but it wasn't available when I first booked. So I thought, you know what? I've never had the one with the sauna, so I'll book it. When we got there, we found out when we checked in, when we looked at the lodge, the sauna had been taken away. We asked at the reception and they said, oh, we don't know. They're just being taken away, but we didn't know. So why weren't we informed this? Because I then could have had the option to cancel and actually book the one with the hot tub, which I truly wanted. But you know what? I thought, I'll try something different. Jacuzzi and sauna, but it wasn't to be. This was inside our cabin. This wasn't really like a cabin to me. This was like a big caravan. That's exactly what it was like, a caravan. The walls were like thin like a caravan. I mean, it was lovely, nice decorated. We had the 2 bedrooms, 1 double, and the twin bedroom, nice big wardrobes. This was the bathroom. We had 1 bathroom. Now, the one good thing about this shower was, as you know, if you've seen my other videos, I like that it's a handheld shower, so you can wash your bits over, you know what I mean? But I'll come more to that in a minute. So this is the lounge and kitchen. You know, you had facilities, you had the microwave, and this is obviously the twin bedroom. So again, I had a wardrobe. We only had the 1 TV in the living room. This was the decking area. And also look at these steep steps. This was the ice bath, which was supposed to be for the sauna. And the shower that's supposed to be for the sauna. The sauna was supposed to be here. These were the seats that we had made out of wooden pallets. I wanted to sit outside and just chill and needed to do stuff, but there's nowhere to sit here. The chairs are really uncomfortable, made out of wooden pallets. I'm sitting on the doorstep here. There's no shade. Not very relaxing to sit out here. Them chairs are super uncomfortable. Yeah, it's a hot day here, but nowhere to sit and just chill. Sitting on the step. And these stairs are really dodgy over night time. Look how steep they are. Or daytime as well, dodgy. Now onto the jacuzzi. This wasn't even cleaned for us. We asked at the reception and they said, oh, yeah, somebody will be along and clean it for you. No one ever turned up. This takes such a long time to fill up. Every time you use it, you've got to fill it up and then clean it out. Every time you have to clean it out because the trees above, everything's falling into it, so it should have a cover on it. This is really annoying. I come away to relax, not to do a cleaning job and to fill up a bath. Okay, I brought a cloth with me because I've got to clean the jacuzzi out because it never got done. Look at it. And not only that, I was on lifeguard duty all the time because I hate seeing anything killed. I was saving all the flies, beautiful dragonflies, anything that fell in from the tree. I was on duty rescuing and also rescuing even when there was no water in it because they got stuck. To make this more interesting, I just thought I'd fill it up with loads of bubble bath. Jets are not very powerful. And I think there's a button missing, and this button here doesn't do anything, doesn't work, and I think some of the jets are broken. I think I've done the bubbles. Now this is a bubble bath. Cold shower. I think this was meant for the sauna when the sauna's here. Now this is meant to be for the ice bath, but it's coming out hot. But you need like loads of ice to fill that, and the water comes out hot from the tap. Oh my goodness! Hi. Hey, hello. Well, we couldn't go to the petting zoo, so I guess the petting zoo came to us. Coda. I wonder if anyone noticed that I took the 2 sheep home with me. And guys, we've had a problem with the water pressure. Yeah, most of the time the water pressure was so low we couldn't have a shower. Now, remember what I said about this restaurant? Now, so disappointing. This was us walking with the dog to be told, sorry, no dogs allowed, although it's a dog-friendly park. We could have sat outside, but it was so hot and the sun was coming in and we couldn't. And then there was Jack's, which is at the front of the park when you walk in. What a completely different vibe altogether. So friendly, so welcoming, so busy all the time, which shows you how friendly they were. Great staff, they work super hard all the time, couldn't do enough for you. And the owner was in there, Jack, and he was working hard all the time. When he was there like day and night. Couldn't do enough. Highly recommend Jack's. Food great as well. Mention the water pressure. This was our last day checking out. No water, and even the maintenance guy knocked on the door. So, can I have a look at your water? All the water's gone down in the park. He said every time people check out and they fill up all the hot tubs, there's no pressure or water on the park. Fabulous. So, honestly, this was such a disappointing weekend for me. So I'm going to show you on the website why exactly I booked. It looks beautiful. They're the lakes, which were there. Look, it's stunning. This restaurant, the bus restaurant, got told when we got there, also had packed up and left. The alpacas that were supposed to be there, we couldn't see. The petting zoo wasn't there. This is still all on their website. It hasn't been taken off, and there's no notice to say that is not there at the moment. This is Jack's. Obviously, I'll do another review on Jack's. That was superb. As you can see, I'm going to scroll down now and show you our cabin where we stayed on here. There's so many cabins to choose from, all different prices. We stayed in Sky 1, Luxe, jacuzzi and sauna. Laugh. This was Sky 1, but when you go into it on the screen on the website, it's actually the photos of Sky 4. So I'll show you the floor plan here. See, it says sauna. That doesn't exist. So this is the 3D as you go in on the website. So far this still looks like Sky 1, but this is actually Sky 4. They're actually showing the photos of. As you can see, it's not underneath a tree like ours was. And they had 4 seats. They're around, still the uncomfortable seats though. And this one is showing the sauna and the ice tub there. So this is showing the sauna, which didn't exist. This is so disappointing. I have complained. I booked through booking.com and I'm putting in my complaint at the moment. We did complain to the reception whilst we were there, but we just got told, oh, this is out of our hands and the restaurants don't belong to the site, and that they didn't know about the sauna being taken out. Also, there was a little convenience store that also was in reception, and that shut at 5 o'clock, the same time that the reception shut. There wasn't anything like walking distance. The nearest shops, I think, were like 2-3 miles away, so you needed a car. But yeah, so I've complained to booking.com, and if you like, I'll keep you posted. And I'm also going to do another review just on Jack's restaurant because they were amazing. That was the best thing about the site apart from the sheep. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I hope this will help you take note and think twice when booking things. And, you know, just double check that everything is still on site. Do not believe what you see on websites. Thank you, guys. If you like, please subscribe and share my content. Thank you. I'll see you soon.